From its headwaters, high in the Himalayas, the river Ganges runs over 1,500 miles across northern India. The third largest river on Earth by discharge, it is a lifeline to millions of Indians who live along its course. Varanasi is one of the holiest cities in the entire Hindu world. Dying here and getting cremated along the banks of the river Ganges allows one to break the cycle of rebirth and attain salvation. The city is known worldwide for its many ghats, stone steps along the river where pilgrims have come to pray for centuries. A dip in the river is thought to remit the sins from this and previous lives. In addition to its over 3,000 Hindu religious places, Varanasi is also a center for Indian Christians, Jains, Sikhs, Muslims, and Buddhists. Nearby Sarnath is said to be the birthplace of Buddhism, where Gautama Buddha is believed to have given his first sermon. Varanasi is known as a microcosm of India. It's been continuously inhabited for over 3,000 years, making it India's oldest city. As Varanasi grew, it became an important industrial center. Famous for its muslin and silk fabrics. Another sacred body of water in the Hindu world is Lake Pushkar. Meaning blue lotus in Sanskrit. Legend has it the lake was formed when Lord Brahma dropped a lotus from his hand. In addition to being an important pilgrimage site for Hindus, Lake Pushkar is also revered by Sikhs and home to several historical gurdwaras. India is home to 500 million vegetarians, more than the rest of the world combined. 20 out of 28 states in India currently have various laws regulating or outright prohibiting the slaughter or sale of cows. Today, approximately 6 million cows roam free across India. Near the border of Pakistan, the Indian state of Rajasthan literally means the land of kings. For centuries, elephants were the preferred mode of transportation for the Rajasthani kings. An earthly representation of Lord Ganesha, the elephant is celebrated throughout India as a symbol of power and intelligence, as well as a remover of obstacles. Indian elephants can weigh over 5 tons and may spend as many as 19 hours a day eating, mainly feeding on grasses, bark, and leaves. In years past, elephant rides were a popular pastime for tourists in Rajasthan, but are gradually being phased out in favor of more ethical treatment of the animals. Jaipur is the capital and largest city of Rajasthan. It's known as the Pink City. In the late 1800s, the Maharaja ordered the entire city painted pink just before the arrival of the Prince of England. The Queen loved the color so much she passed a law making it illegal for buildings in the historic city center to be painted any color except Jaipur pink. As a key location along the ancient Silk Roads, today Rajasthan boasts some of the most impressive military fortifications in all of India. Dominating the hills outside of Jaipur, AMER Palace was the residence of the Maharajas and their families. In addition to being a strategic military stronghold, construction of this massive complex took 25 years, beginning in 1592. It was commissioned by Raja Man Singh I, a commander in the army of the Mughal Emperor Akbar. In the grand courtyard, victorious armies would hold parades, while the royal family would look on through extravagant latticed windows. Constructed of sandstone and marble, the opulent palace and gardens are spread out across 4 levels. Its unique design offers an artificially cool climate, giving some relief from the blazing desert sun. But AMER Fortress is far from the only incredible work of engineering of the Maharajas. The MAHAL, literally meaning water palace, seems to float on this artificial lake created in the 1600s in response to a severe drought. In the unforgiving desert, water management is critical to survival. Step wells like this were dug into the earth to provide dependable, fresh groundwater year-round. At the bottom of the well, the air remains 5 degrees cooler than at the surface. In addition to providing fresh water to the community, It would also serve as a place for social gatherings and religious ceremonies. Nearby lies the Galtaji, or the Monkey Temple as it's more commonly known, being home to several large families of rhesus macaques. This massive temple complex is built around a natural spring in the hills outside of Jaipur. As the water from the spring flows downhill, it feeds a series of reservoirs throughout the temple, where pilgrims come far and wide to bathe in their holy waters. Today, New Delhi is the capital city of India. Its metro area contains an estimated 26 million people, making it the second largest urban area on Earth. Today, it's the world's most populous democracy and the second most populated country on Earth, being home to 1.3 billion people. The India Gate stands as a memorial to 70,000 soldiers of the British Indian Army who gave their lives in the First World War. According to the World Bank, India is the fastest growing major economy in the world. India's vast natural wealth and human resources have made it a true juggernaut on the world stage. Delhi has been continuously inhabited since the 6th century BC. It is of great historical significance as an important commercial hub, as well as the political center of India. Through its history, Delhi has been captured, ransacked, and rebuilt several times, and has served as a capital of various empires, most notably the Pandavas, the Delhi Sultanate, and the Mughal Empire. The JAMA MASJID Mosque of Delhi is one of the largest mosques in India. The courtyard can accommodate more than 25,000 people. Its name means the World Reflecting Mosque. Or the Mosque of the Celestial Sphere. It was commissioned by the famous Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan between 1650 and 1656. Shah Jahan is Persian for King of the World. He was the 5th Mughal emperor, and under his reign, the Mughal Empire reached the peak of its cultural glory. During the time of the Mongol Empire, the army of Genghis Khan swept across Central Asia and into Persia. Over subsequent centuries, descendants of these soldiers converted to Islam and adopted the Persian language and culture. Mughal literally means Mongolian in Persian. In the early 1500s, the Mughals embarked on a series of conquests that eventually led to their control of the entire Indian subcontinent. At the height of its power, the empire stretched from northern Afghanistan to the highlands of Bangladesh. Although an able military commander, Shah Jahan is best remembered for ushering in the golden age of Mughal architecture. The vast wealth and power of the Mughal emperors, obtained in their conquests, allowed them to spare no expense when it came to the projects they commissioned. Examples of the style can be found in modern-day Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, but some of the most recognizable are here in India. The jewel of Muslim art in India. The Taj Mahal. One of the universally admired masterpieces of the world's cultural heritage. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan commissioned the project in memory of his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. The emperor was inconsolable and ordered the construction of the finest mausoleum ever built. It was conceived as a replica on Earth of the residence of Mumtaz Mahal in paradise. While the marble mausoleum is the most familiar part of the monument, the Taj Mahal is a vast complex that spans over 55 acres. Today, it is one of the most famous and recognizable buildings in the entire world. And a symbol of India's rich history.